Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to be discussing Pismo Beach in San Luis Obispo County, one of the greatest areas on the Central Coast. I feel because it's a beach community located right on the coastal zone of California, nestled between Los Angeles and San Francisco. So one of the best areas, best values you're going to find anywhere along the California coast in terms of price and community and affordability. So if you want to take a look at anything that's available right now, so you can scan this QR code. I'll leave it up throughout the cast, but just know that you can scan this and it's updated live every day. So you can take a look at any homes that are available on the market in Pismo Beach that we're discussing today and or that may be in the future when you're watching this later. So let's get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to be discussing, like we do in every one of these moving to locations that I like to review on our Central Coast. We'll be discussing where it's located, how far it is from San Francisco, Los Angeles, discuss a little bit about what I know about the area in terms of traffic patterns, and maybe even today, since it is Pismo Beach and vacation land, we'll talk about maybe a few things that you might want to check out while you're here in Pismo Beach. So let's get right into it. Let me go ahead and get our presentation up as far as sharing the screen here. I want to show you just on the map where everything lays out. So let's do this one here. All right, so you can see here on the map, you can see Pismo Beach itself is located right here on the coast. But let's get the actual map here. Let me go to this one. So this gives you a better idea of the boundaries of Pismo Beach. So when you hear Pismo Beach, it's one of the 5 cities, including it's right just above Grover Beach, Arroyo Grande, and Oceano. And you'll also hear people talk about Shell Beach. Now, Shell Beach is a community that's part of Pismo Beach, and it's almost its own little enclave over just north of Pismo City Hall. And you'll see McClintock's from the freeway. That's kind of in this little area here. So just real quick, if you are moving to Pismo Beach or you're visiting Pismo Beach, you might want to check out 3 things in addition to the pier that I would at least recommend you check out. One is the Monarch Butterfly Grove. That's got to be on your to-do list also if you can get to it. It's open 24 hours, but there's usually during the day they have some hours that you can go visit when the monarchs are in town. So check that out. Also, Dinosaur Caves is one you want to go check out. Not only the park, which is visible from the highway as you drive by, but there's actually a cave you can walk down to. There's a beach and some caves, if you will, some cliffs to take a look at. Definitely a must check out there. And then the last thing I wanted to mention here is also what's called the Pismo Preserve. Now that's located to the eastern side of Highway 101. And this Pismo Preserve is great for trails and hiking and unforgettable views once you get to the top. So you've got to check at least those 3 out. If you're going to check anything out in Pismo, in addition to the pier and downtown and all those awesome areas we have, those are at least 3, just 3. There's so much more to do. We'll probably need to do a whole other podcast on those, but at least check those 3 out if you are visiting to Pismo Beach or maybe planning a visit to look at your move to come here. So anyway, take a look at those. I think they're interesting to look at. But this gives you an idea of where Pismo is. I'm going to zoom out so you can kind of see where Pismo Beach sits in relation to San Luis Obispo County, which is the county seat of the county, the city here, San Luis Obispo, SLO County, as everyone calls it here, SLO. So you can be, San Luis Obispo has an airport that can get you to Los Angeles in about an hour. And you could also be in San Francisco within about the same time, about an hour and a half, depending on the flights and timing. But you can see it's a great location to check out. Let me just zoom in on this map here. This is a little easier to show you the locations. So you can see Monterey's to the north. So Pismo Beach is about an hour and a half from Monterey County. And then as you go up further north, you'll be about 3 hours, 4 hours from San Francisco, and about 3 hours from Los Angeles going this direction. So again, located on the Central Coast, and it's probably about an hour and a half to Santa Barbara from Pismo Beach. So it gives you an idea generally of, or a good idea of where you're at in terms of specifics. And of course, this is a playground for everyone escaping the heat from Fresno or Bakersfield. Everyone comes to Pismo. So you got to come play here, right? So commute times, let's say you are planning to move here and maybe you're going to work from home and be in Pismo Beach and want to work from home, be at the water, but maybe you work in San Luis Obispo. What's my commute times to San Luis Obispo? If you're doing it during the rush hours from like 7 to 9, if you will, then you're going to be looking at about what normally would be about 20 minutes, might be 30 minutes. So it'd be a little bit of a delay. So we need to plan that accordingly. But Pismo is nice because it's actually more like 20 minutes because it's so much closer to San Luis Obispo than if, let's say, you were living in Arroyo Grande or Grover Beach, which is a little further south. Even those 10 minutes might make a difference in the mornings as the traffic patterns kind of fill up on Highway 101 as you're heading north. If you're heading south towards Santa Maria, it's a clear shot, and you're about 30 minutes to Santa Maria, which is another agricultural city in northern Santa Barbara County that borders right up against San Luis Obispo County. So anyway, that gives you an idea of what your traffic patterns are. There's not a whole lot of traffic here compared to nothing compared to San Francisco or the Los Angeles metropolitan areas. So again, a very, we call this slow county, and slow does really it really does describe the lifestyle here in San Luis Obispo County. So really relaxed and a lot more laid back than what you'd find in the bigger cities. So that's why we love it here. So let's take a look at our market update. I want to share that with you here. So Pismo Beach has had a little bit of a change, not a whole lot. So we've had some coming down in price, if you will. So our median price, it means half the homes sold for more than this and half the homes sold for less than this. This was as of June. This is when the official numbers came out. It was down 4.4%. So just down a bit from last year. But check this out. A 3-bedroom this year would have cost you 1.2 million. That same 3-bedroom a year ago this time was closing at 1.4 million. And we'll take a look at a sample in this sort of range, a 3-bedroom, what you can get for about that 1.2 million. We'll take a look at that. And that's actually down about, actually this is wrong. So it's about 15% there, but I think that percentage might be wrong. But anyway, we have a little bit of a price reduction in terms of price compared to this time last year. We're still calling this a seller's market. And the reason is we had 39 homes for sale, and this was in the month of June. 12 of them sold, and if you divide those numbers into each other, we still only had 3 months of inventory, far below the 5 or 6 months that we would call what we'd refer to as a seller's, a neutral or buyer's market is more like 6 months, 7 months. So you can see 3 months of inventory is telling us there's just not a whole lot available if you're searching. But we do see in the higher price ranges is really where the days on market goes up. And we'll see, you'll kind of notice that as you look at days on market, because you're thinking, okay, if it's a seller's market, then why are things lasting longer? Well, the reason is the things in the 1.5, 2 million range take just a little bit longer to sell unless they're priced right and or brand new construction or newer construction. That seems to go a lot quicker in the area. And the reason we say that is because if you look here, our average days on market, the average DOM or days on market is 30 compared to 22 days just a year ago at this same time. So it's taken about 34% longer time to sell your home if you had it on the market today. And of the homes that sold, this is what's telling about the fact that it's a seller's market. And if a home's priced right, like I always say, you see them going. So under 30 days, 7 of them sold under 30 days. And we don't have time to dig into those, but you can always see they're newer homes, they're priced right, and many times they're in the lower price ranges. And that's why that median is at like 1.3, showing you that half the homes selling are selling under that price range of 1.2, and the other half are selling over. So the majority of the time, it's the prices are higher. So those are taking maybe 30 to 90 days to sell. And that's why we've got 5 of those that closed in the month of June in the 30 to 90 day range. So pretty interesting when you look at all this stuff. It's so fun. If you're not a numbers person, you can fast forward this to the portion of the video that you like. But I think these kind of tell a story of what's going on in the market, at least at this point in time. So if we ever get together to discuss pricing or whatnot, or we go searching for a home, we can always look at these numbers again at a refresh basis at that time. And I try to keep these updated from time to time. Every few months, I try to get back to each little area or city and kind of just take a look at what's going on. But we can always do a custom one for you. So what are homes selling for? Are sellers getting what they're asking for? That's always a popular question. So of the homes that sold in June, one of them sold at original asking price. Five of them sold over asking price. So seller's market, right? You might think, well, maybe not, because six of them sold below asking price. So what that tells me is that there were some homes that maybe were sitting on the market a little too long and or priced a little incorrectly. Sometimes they're unique homes. Those are really hard to price sometimes, and those will take a little adjustment in price, and that's where you get kind of that change in the asking price. So half the homes, or 50% of them, had a little adjustment below asking price, but it's still a seller's market. So we are seeing multiple offers on homes that are priced correctly. So last 7 days, so let's get current. So in the last 7 days, we're in the middle of June, right? Middle of July right now. But in the last 7 days, we had 3 new homes come on the market. This is kind of par for the course each week as far as the trends when I looked back after the last few weeks. 2 of them reduced their price, 2 have gone pending, and 2 have closed in the last 7 days. So those numbers might be updated in the next day or two also. So each day, but I like to look back just on the last 7 days and see how we're doing. And then on the current activity, if we went to go looking for homes today, there would be 22 homes that I could show you. And the average days on market of all those 22 homes has been 73 days on the market. And their median days, in other words, half of them have been over 67 days and half of them have been below 67 days on the market. This is of those 22 homes available right now. And this is another telling story to look at anytime you're shopping is what are the price reductions? Well, 8 have reduced their prices in that are currently on the market. So those 22 homes, 8 of them, or 36% of the homes, have reduced price. So that kind of tells you you can still, it may be a seller's market, but there's still room for negotiations. So what I'd recommend based on this trend for Pismo Beach is if you see anything that has been on the market over 30 days, it has sat over 30 days without a price reduction, that may be the one to go look at with your realtor or with us. And let's go take a look at it. And that might be one that could be negotiable for you at that point in time. And you want to catch it maybe before the price is reduced by the seller. So that is just a little hint. And I get that from seeing almost half the homes that sold in that 30 to 90 day range. So there could be negotiation terms, when a seller is in that 30 to 90 day window. Anyway, that's just, it's all speculation, of course. It's just a little strategy, but sometimes it works. It does actually help some of my clients get into some homes when it's a tight market and there's not a lot of inventory. And Pismo is perfect for that because you do have some inventory that is sitting on the market a little bit longer. Okay, so anyway, sorry I'm talking too much about that, but it's always fun to talk about. So the last 4 weeks, how have we done going back the last 4 weeks? So today is 20th, I believe. Yeah, July 20th. And the last 4 weeks of closings in Pismo Beach have yielded us 1.26 million average price. So that's not too far off from the 1.2 million that we had for the official numbers in June. So we're kind of trending towards the same numbers. And take a look at this. 15 of them sold in the last 4 weeks. So really close to the month of June. Actually, we're exceeding the June numbers already. And let me just shorten this a little bit here. You can take a look at these, maybe side by side, that might help. So 15 have sold, and of those sales, it took them 52 days average on market, so a lot longer than the 30 days. So I thought about that when I looked at that number, and I didn't have time to dig into it, but I'm going to guess that because it's summertime, we're seeing some of the homes that have been sitting a while. We did have some bargain hunting happening, and that could be why. And I'm going to show you why in a second. So we did have, let's see here, had 8 homes under 30 days that sold. So a lot of them went quickly, but look at the 30 to 90 day range. You had 2 of them in the 30 to 90 day range and 1 over 90. So these must have been on the market quite a long time. This over 90 could have been one of the ones. I didn't look at it, but that's what throws that average up a little higher sometimes. It's when a home that's taken a little longer to sell has actually reduced their price, and then boom, it sells, and that average goes up a bit. But on the average, though, you can see the majority of homes that were on the market less than 30 days, 8 of them in the last 4 weeks have sold. So that is a good volume indicator to indicate that we are seeing activity when the homes are priced correctly. And then we had, just to wrap this up, one at original asking price that it sold for, 7 of them sold over asking price, and 3 of them below the original asking price. So again, we are seeing sellers being willing to negotiate and or reduce their prices. So again, the QR code's up above me, but we did reduce my screen. So if you are wanting to scan this, while you're scanning that, please also remember to like or subscribe to the channel. That really helps me to know that this information is valuable to you. You can hit that like button to you, and if you like, you can also subscribe to the channel so that in the future, any videos like this that I do, or any local market area items that I do, or special podcasts with guest speakers that I do, can be alerted. You can be alerted to those, and when I'm getting ready to do those. So hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. So now what I'd like to do is hop on over to what's on the market. So if we went shopping today, this is the fun part. I like looking at what's the lowest priced homes in the area, kind of what's matching the median price that we just talked about, that 1.2 range. What could I get for that, for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home-ish, you know, for that price? And then what's the most expensive home right now, today in Pismo Beach? So we're going to take a look at that. I might go a little longer, and I'll explain why in a second. But let's take a look at these results here that I've got ready to go. I'm going to take just a moment longer on the lowest priced home, because this always is debatable, right? Am I talking condos, or am I talking a single family home that's detached? Normally, all the numbers we talk about are for single family homes that are detached, and I don't normally throw the condominium numbers in there. They'd be their own discussion point, and we just don't have enough volume of condos selling in the area, but I definitely could do a whole video on that as well. But just to give you an idea, if you are looking for like an entry level condo today, again, you can scan that QR code earlier, just rewind the video to that point. But you can see an entry level condo is going to cost you about $675,000. If you look at this first one here on the screen at 198 Main Street, number 10. Now these are really nice because this is a modern condo built in 2004. So, you know, it's already about 19 years old. However, it is a great location right down by the beach, just a couple blocks from the water. It's a 1-bedroom. It has the ocean views. This is quintessential. I'm moving to Pismo Beach. I want to be by the ocean. It's going to cost you at least $675,000 today to do that. So anyway, I wanted to point that out just for the condo, if that's what you're looking for. But you might say, Israel, I need at least a little house. It doesn't have to be massive, but your entry-level home in Pismo Beach is going to be $749,000 for that 1-bedroom, 1-bath home. But check this out. This one here on 447 Ocean View is on a 5,000 square foot lot. Now here's another point on this one. This is one that's been on the market. Remember in that window I talked about, this is in that 30 to 90 day range of the market. So it's been on the market 82 days. It's a 683 square foot home. It's really been updated. It's got some new, well, not updated, but it's got some new paint and tile. So it kind of has that nice fresh look. They've done some nice things to it. So it is move-in ready. But check this out. Look at the backyard. That is a 5,000 square foot lot. So with that, you have the potential to make an ADU out of this one. So this is an R3 lot. It's zoned for 3 units. So call your contractor, make some arrangements, call me, and let's go take a look at this one, because this is, I think, a good value, and this is an entry-level value into the Pismo Beach area. So 1-bedroom, 1-bath in the front, but you could definitely doll this up by putting a unit or 2 in the back, maybe a duplex in the back, who knows. So check with the city on that, City of Pismo, for permitting and accessibility on that. So let's get to what would I be able to get for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I talked about the median being about 1.2 million. Let's take a look. This is 1041 Canyon Lane. This is a $1,278,000 home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, and I missed the square footage on that one. I got too quick on that. Oh yeah, this is actually a good size home. This is 2,186 square feet of a home, and it's also on a 5,000 square foot lot, located with canyon views. This is up by the preserve, which we talked about earlier, one of those sites you just got to come see. So you're going to have some amazing views, maybe some peaks of the ocean according to the owner on this one, or according to the listing agent, and beautiful, beautiful layout on this, modern finishes. This one was built in 2021, so it's only 2 years old. It's almost like it's still brand new. And the reason for that is because the owner used it as a second home. It wasn't ever hardly visited other than probably a vacation home. So a nice thing about this unit, in addition to all the beautiful quartz counters, is if you look around the first floor, you're going to have a first floor primary bedroom and bath. So that makes it really nice. You have this bonus area up on top, which has your view. So a nice deck up on the top level looking out. And really, this is a great place. Maybe you want to buy this as a second home as well. This is a great location. It's just a short distance to the beach. You'll be there, indoor laundry. It's got everything you need. HOA on this one, though, will be $200 a month. So, and you can see here, this is the side road for the preserve that takes you down to the water. So really nice location. But check out the mountain views. They're a little brown right now, but during the wintertime, they turn green, and they're absolutely fantastic when we get some rains. They look great. So we've got some private patio here in the back, looking up against the hillside, and there's a front shot of the home. So really super nice, super duper place. Again, this is only a couple years old, so this is a really good value actually for 1.2 million and being in Pismo Beach as well. So there you go. So another one I wanted, so now let's take a look at the most expensive home in Pismo Beach today. And I hesitatingly, I'm showing this one because it was actually my last video, which I did a couple months back, because this home has been on the market a whopping 389 days. Now it did have a gap in there of a couple weeks where it came off the market and then came back on the market. So it's been back on for about a month. But if you add all the days up, it's been on the market well over a year. So we've already touched on this one in one of my previous videos, but I'm going to go ahead and run through it just briefly here as I just kind of describe what this is. This would be a perfect corporate retreat home. This is $3,400,000. It's got 5 dwelling units on it. That's the ticket with this one. It is a great spot if you're looking for either a family compound, if you've got a lot of family members, you'd all like to go in on something together, this is it, or create your own little campground out of this one. It's got 5 dwellings, so overall living space, it's got about 5,000 square feet of living space on the almost 7 acres that you saw that were outlined in that photo. It's overall 9 bedrooms, 7.5 baths. One of the buildings has a 1 bedroom, 1 bath tree house coming through it. I believe that's this one. And a second building. So there was actually a KSBY video. I should find you know what, I'm going to find the news video and put that one, I'll put that in a link for this video too, so you can see that this came out in the news, so it's probably been highlighted on some of your local stations also. So this is the treehouse one. So it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath treehouse. It also has a second building that is kind of a museum studio area that has a 1 bedroom apartment. Now the third building is a carriage house with a 2 bedroom apartment on it. I believe that's this one that we're looking at here. And I might be wrong, I haven't toured this one myself. I should go tour it. There's also a 4th building, which is a studio apartment with a 2-car garage. So we'll take a look at that one in a second. But this gives you an idea of the feel and the vibe that you're going to get from this place. It's very like a camping feeling, or a very sort of retreat type feel that I feel from this one. And it's so that's your 4th building. There is a main house to the property also. So there's that's your 5th dwelling, if you will. It's a 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath house. And then there's also another shed studio with a full bath on it as well. So you can kind of see through as we go through here. Oh, so you got the name, there's the descriptions down below. Carriage house with the studio we're looking at. It's kind of described there. And you do have some men's and women's restrooms that are located outside with the showers in the center. So it's kind of a campground style setup. And that's nice because there's some parking areas for, there's a she shed craft hobby space in addition to the, so I think this is the studio, shed studio with a full bath. And you've got a little yoga platform there. That's kind of cool for meditating or just doing some workout there. Parking areas, you've got other parking areas. And more parking. You have parking for RVs. You've got a cave, because should be a wine tasting room. It's pretty deep. And then there's your entrance from Price Canyon. So that's the canyon that will give you access to the canyon road that gives you access to this. So it's all paved nicely. And again, this is all pretty cool because it's under 7 acres, 3.4 million. I mean, this would be untouchable in anywhere northern California or Southern California, further south of us, towards the Los Angeles, you know, Orange County areas. This is just a great getaway place, and you can kind of see another shot there a bit. Okay, so I didn't want to take a lot of time on that, but I did. So, hey, but that's unfair. This one's been on the market forever. It's not really a family home, if you will, or a single family residence, because there's all kinds of buildings on that one. So I thought, let's take a look at the one just below it. So this one here on 217 Rada Way is amazing. Now this community is in the Palisades. This is called Sunset Beach Estates. You can kind of see the strip of homes here. This is located right on the cliffs of Shell Beach, and a great location, luxury living at its finest. You will have an association on this one as well. I believe it might be 200 a month. I'll have to double check that one. But anyway, $3.2 million, $3,199,000 gets you this beautiful gem of a home. And you can see it's literally on the cliff. The home itself isn't, but the community is. And you got your pathways down to the beach there. Just a beautiful location here in the Palisades, called Shell Beach Palisades. And again, these are the estates here right next to all the hotels and luxury living. So it's a modern open concept home. This was built in 2018, so it's only 5 years old, but you're going to get some amazing ocean views and sunsets from this property. Beautiful entrance and great foyer here. But look at this, nice open concept, very modern, all the finishes you'd expect, excuse me, on a home like this. There's your kitchen with the bar and nice open entertaining area here. You know, if you want to entertain and you love to entertain, this is the one. And the reason I liked highlighting this one, it's on the western side of Highway 101 or along the ocean in Shell Beach. So you could literally walk to downtown Shell Beach, or it's a short drive to downtown Shell Beach, not very far away. That's just a few blocks down. And there's your living room here. Just a gorgeous place. Again, this is $3,199,000. Amazing patio views here to the ocean. This one's a 2,800 square foot home, so it's almost a 3,000 square foot 3-bedroom home. So very nice luxury living, beautiful floors, beautiful finishes in the bathrooms. I mean, this is what you would expect for that price range in Pismo Beach. It's a really great place. So this one has just come on the market. So this has come on the market this month. It's actually only 4 days on the market. So very new. You can see the sunsets you get from here. Another one of the bedrooms, amazing views. Another one of the bathrooms. And check out those sunset views. Pretty nice. And you can see it's just a short drive or walk down to the cliff there. And then there are some stairs down to the beach as well. So this is public access. However, it's right near your home. And check it out. So if you're a surfer, or just like enjoying those moments at the beach, this is the place. There you go. So beautiful, beautiful location. Just amazing. So there you have it. Those are my highlights for today for Pismo Beach. It's, again, like I said, just an amazing location that I love to share. I love to show it and sell it. It's just incredible. That's why there's no place on our Central Coast, from the Monterey Bay down to Santa Barbara. It's just incredible. And I still think overall these are amazing values for what people really think of California. They think of maybe Los Angeles or San Francisco. These are quiet little areas that are located in between those two zones, but have all the benefits of the beauty of California all nearby. So anyway, it's why I like it. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, again, about the homes that we just talked about, you can just scan this code here that you see, and that'll give you an instant list that's updated daily. Even if you watch this later, it'll get you a list of all those homes we just discussed, or maybe what's on the market by the time you scan this, even if it's at a later date. So thanks again for joining us. Hope you have a great day. Take care.